everybody. Oh, it's so nice
Hello.
to see so many people in the chat. And I just wanted, now I told you on my thumbnail and in the title, it says, who is our mystery guest? And our mystery guest is Davy J.Y. Art with a pen. Welcome, Davy.
Hello, it's nice to be here, Diana.
Oh, he already knows me.
I do.
When he says nice to meet you, I mean, well, we've been YouTube friends like for about a year or more, right?
I think so, yeah. It's been quite some time.
I think so.
And I've watched your live streams.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but no, this is our first time really having a conversation. Yes. In person, conversation. It's always commenting on each other's videos and him visiting my live streams, and we're commenting on each other's videos like that. So it's the first time talking in person. This is going to be awesome.
Yep.
So, okay. So wonderful to see all these people in the chat. And so first, get a good look at Davy, because he's only going to be on the camera for about his camera's going to be on his face for the first few minutes, and then he's going to change his camera to be on his artwork. And and so I could start off with a few questions.
Right.
And well, I wrote these down because I want to make sure I get these. I want to ask them in the right way. So you're coming to us from the.
Sorry there, Diana.
Oh,
I cannot see the chat, so I don't know who's on. But thank you for tuning in to this live stream. And it's nice to see you, whoever you are. I cannot see the chat, unfortunately.
So I'll be reading the chat, and I will not have speech chat. I will not have speech chat be reading to me in my ear, because I can't. If I have a guest, I cannot hear speech chat and the guest at the same time. So I'll be out of touch with visiting. I mean, I'll be a little bit out of touch and out of sync with reading your comments. So please be patient if I don't see your comment right away, or if I miss your comment. But we're going to take comments like in a structured way. So we will take your comments after Davy and I talk for a little bit, and then we'll see what your comments and questions are after about maybe 5 or 10 minutes of that.
Right.
Oh, okay, just a minute. So who and what are your biggest inspirations, Davy?
Biggest inspirations? Well, when I was growing up as a young lad in the 1970s, there was a lot of fantasy and science fiction entertainment around, and that was a big inspiration. Art-wise, my biggest inspiration, because I love science fiction and fantasy, my biggest inspiration is a guy called Frank Frazetta. Now, he's an American artist, comic book artist, and fantasy artist, and he's well known in the States. He died, passed away 1993, I think it was. So he's been dead for some time now. But those were the two biggest inspirations.
So, and at what age did you start drawing?
So, I would say seriously about 14 years old. So I was at high school. Yeah. That's when I really started. Right. So a long time ago. Yeah.
Same for me. It was I was doing art a little bit before then, but at age 14 is when I knew. I was like, that's when I started my dreams of being an artist, and I was then I started taking art seriously at age 14. So we have that in common.
That's when it normally gets you, isn't it? When you were
I know it's all different for different people. No, not necessarily that age. I hear so many people that loved art and then gave it up, and then came back to it years later. Not me. I've been continuously doing art since I was age 14.
Yes. It gets a hold of you. Yeah.
Yes. Did you have a similar
age?
And have you just been doing art continuously, or did you ever take a few years off? I guess I did take some years off, like in my mid-20s, or kind of like that. Yeah. Only a couple years.
It sort of dipped Yeah, dipped for a while. And that's why I'm on YouTube, funny enough. YouTube, I still had a huge interest in art when the dip occurred. I wasn't producing enough artwork, but that's why I'm on YouTube, because it basically gives you a bit of a kick or a boost, and you've got to if you take it seriously, if you put the effort in on YouTube, it gives you a big boost, and it makes you create a lot more artwork. So that's what happened to me. I wasn't producing enough, and YouTube enabled me to produce more artwork. So yes, I did have a big dip in creating art. Yeah.
So YouTube kind of helps yourself be just more accountable.
Yes. It basically, if you when you put yourself out there on YouTube, it can give you that big boost. Yeah. So it's a great way of creating more of whatever you want to do, to be honest with you. That's what I think anyway. Yeah. It certainly helped me, because I produce a lot more art now just by being on YouTube than I did previously several years ago.
So does all the art you do, is everything made a video? You make a video of all your art?
Not all of it, no. I've got a lot of artwork which I haven't created any videos of. I do a lot of digital art, which I only show a little bit of. But and there's some, most of the ink drones, I'll create a video of and release those. Yeah, but some I haven't.
So I was wondering what kind of digital application or software you use for your art.
I use ArtRage.
Oh, do you do that on your desktop or your laptop?
I do it on my laptop. Yeah. I cannot show you the tablet I've got, but ArtRage is a very simple.
Oh, are you saying ArtRage? Oh, I'm sorry. You're saying ArtRage?
Yes, ArtRage.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I thought you were saying ArtEdge. So I'm sorry. Yes, ArtRage. I've heard of ArtRage. I could do that if I wanted on my app, on my iPad Pro. I can do that, but I tried it a little bit, but I just totally love Procreate. For 9 years now, I do Procreate app.
I haven't tried Procreate. I've heard a lot about it, and I've read a lot about it. Yeah, I've seen a lot about it on YouTube as well. So that seems to be a good art software. Yeah, but ArtRage is very easy to use, and it's very nice to use. It's enjoyable, and I took to it. Yeah, and I learned how to use it. So I do a lot of digital work on ArtRage. It's well worth a little look at.
Right. There's so much. I feel very comfortable on Procreate because I've been using it for 9 years, and so. But I would check that out. I would definitely check ArtRage out just a little bit. Just take a look. I think I've looked at it a few years ago, but I might take a look at it again, possibly.
It's worth a look. I think I'll have to check out Procreate. Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Oh yeah, and Procreate's highly acclaimed. It's a highly acclaimed app by professionals in the field. It's highly acclaimed among the professionals, and unbelievably, it's when I got it was $10 one-time fee really for 9 years.
That's good.
So probably now maybe $15 one-time fee forever.
That's a good deal. That's a fantastic deal. $10, you can't go wrong with that.
Not $10 a month, not $10 a year, right?
So not a subscription. Yeah.
No.
And it's lasted you all this time.
Oh yes. And we get our free updates, which come like once or twice a year, free updates. Yep. The only thing that does cost extra, if you don't want to use all their default brushes, which it does come with quite a bit of default brushes. Yep. I recently have bought these brushes that an artist has designed, and I love her brushes, and they're quite different than the Procreate default brushes. So
very good.
Well, I have one burning question.
Yes.
Okay, I'm dying to know. Okay. What's your favorite snack while you're doing artwork?
What is what? Sorry.
What's your favorite snack? What's your favorite snack?
My favorite snack. You know what? You've just caught us in the act of actually having my favorite snack. Well, I'll show you. Right, I've got it here. Right. I cannot believe you've asked this question. My wife, Susan. Hello, Susan, and Morgan. Hello. Has just made us my favorite snack. I'm going to show you my favorite snack. First of all, it's a cup of tea. Have a look at that. Right, cup of tea, and this is my favorite snack. I wonder if anybody knows what this is. Have a guess.
It's in a cup. Your snack is in a cup.
Oh, wait a minute. What's this? What is that? Does anybody know this?
A biscuit.
No.
A buttered bagel?
You're close, but no, it's not a bagel. Can anybody in the chat tell me what this is?
Yes,
does anybody know?
Make your guesses in the chat. Go ahead right now. Make your guesses in the chat.
You get a prize. You'll see me eat a little bit of this if you guess it.
Yes, everybody. Go ahead. Write it in. Write your guesses in the chat. Someone. Scone. They're saying scone.
Oh, who said scone?
Oh, I'm sorry. Scone. Lisa. Oh, hi, Lisa Mingus. She was the first one to guess scone.
Lisa, you're correct. It's a scone.
Then Madonna said it.
Oh, Madonna. Hello, Madonna. Madonna, it's a scone. You're right. Lisa and Madonna. It's a cheese scone. Okay, so.
And it has butter on it?
Yeah, it's a I shouldn't have ate this, I kind of talk now. It's a buttered cheese scone. That is my favorite snack. Yeah.
Oh, see that. Thank you for telling me.
For this. I bit into it. I'm sorry.
Now I know my answer to that burning question.
But can I ask you a question, Diana?
Oh, you're just going to ask me the same thing, right?
How did you know that?
I just figured.
What is your favorite snack?
I don't have one favorite snack, but one snack that I do eat. It is up there, and well, it probably is my wonder. It actually is probably my number one favorite snack, but I eat a variation of it: potato chips.
Potato chips.
And but right now I'm eating veggie chips, and they're a really good substitute for potato chips, because I think potato chips are going to have higher calories and more full fat, possibly. So.
Potato chips? Are those, do you mean?
What are they?
Very good. Very good. Potato chips are nice.
Let's go
look at. We call them crisps.
Yes. I'm going to take some questions. I'm going to take questions and comments from the chat next. Here we go. So. John Shelton gets the door prize. He was here first. John Shelton coming to us from the UK.
Hello, John.
Madonna. Hello, Madonna. Pittsburgh Artist Studio. Hello, that's Mary. Hi.
Hello, Madonna.
RVDJ. That's Sonia. Hello.
Sonia.
Mm-hmm. And hold on. Travel Dreamer. Hello.
Travel Dreamer.
Oh, that's Fatima. Fatima is a travel dreamer.
Fatima. Hello, Fatima.
April. April's here.
Hello, April.
April. Oh, here's some Ranson Fancy Pants, and that's Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca.
Hello, Rebecca.
Hello, Lisa Mingus. Hi, Lisa. Ray Fine Art. Is that one of the friends you were telling us about?
Hello, Ray. I'm glad you could join.
Hi, Ray.
You did say it earlier on. Hello, Ray. Ray's a fantastic artist, by the way.
Okay.
Absolutely fantastic. And
I
Scottish.
hope I didn't. Oh, okay.
You're from Scotland, aren't you, Ray?
Adam's here. Oh, you haven't seen that. This is bad when I have to read the chat, because instead of having speech chat talk to me. But hey, Adam, coming to us from San Diego.
San Diego. Hello, Adam.
He's an artist too. I think we have a bunch of artists in here. Yes, we do.
Seems to be quite a few.
I'm trying to see who's not an artist. Oh, John Shelton. He's not an artist. I think so. He might be the only one.
Hello, John. What does John do? I wonder if he's got a hobby.
Well, he has a YouTube channel, but he loves making videos. He has a YouTube. Oh, he does reviews of horror movies.
Oh, very good. That's good. I'll have to check out his channel.
Mm-hmm. And all as I'll probably repeat several times during the live stream is that Davy J.Y Art with a Pen. That's his full name. That's the name of his channel, and his channel link is linked right down at the top of the description box. Davy J.Y Art with a Pen. So, oh, and I think Anthony's here. Hello, Anthony.
Hello, Anthony.
So, next thing. Now, Davy's going to change over his camera. So now the camera will not be on his face now. The camera's going to be on his hands and his artwork. And while we're making that transition, we're going to play one of Davy's videos called, can you tell us what it's called?
It's called Creating the Shrike.
And you will see. Oh, and well, before I play that, can you just describe in a few sentences what your artwork, the theme mainly the genre and theme of artwork that you do?
Well, my main interest is science fiction and fantasy. So it's everything science fiction and fantasy, to be honest with you. From movies, fan art, a lot of fan art. I create my own stuff, of course. But anything that is science fiction and fantasy, I love that subject.
Yes, and you create a lot of your own own creatures too.
Yeah, the Shrike is an original design. It was a collaboration between me and a fantastic artist called David Denton. I don't know if anybody remembers or knows David Denton.
No, sorry,
he's a UK artist. Well, he's over on Vimeo, David Denton. So this was a collaboration, yeah. He done his version, which is over on Vimeo, and I done my version. Okay.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna.
Right, thank you.
We're gonna screen share this video, and I'm coming out the other end. Davy will be ready to. We will ready to show his drawing.
And thank you, Paul. In this video, I will be creating some digital color artworks and also an ink drawing. Now, me and David have joined forces in this collaboration to create some fan art. We're going to create a character from a book called Hyperion, written by Dan Simmons. Now, this is an absolutely fantastic book. I had no idea that this book existed. David introduced me to this book, Hyperion, and the world of Hyperion. And of course, the Shrike, that's what we're going to tackle. That's what we're going to create, which is a very nasty creature. Very mysterious. No one knows what it really is in the book. It's a very mysterious character. So this collaboration went on over a few months, several months. It took a long time. A lot of sketches were made. A lot of digital artworks were created. I sent David all of my artworks, designs, and he guided me on where the design was going. Suggested a number of things, changes, additions, etc., and the artworks evolved in that way. Well, those were the colour digital sketches of the Shrike. I hope everybody enjoyed watching those, looking at those. But I think now is the time to reveal the final Shrike design. So here we go. Take a look at these. So those were two digital paintings, the final designs for the Shrike. Now, as I said earlier on, I decided to create an ink drawing of this alien creature, okay? So stick around, because I'm now going to show you another video of drawing the Shrike, but this time in pen. So here we go, take a look at this. Well, there we go. That was the final artwork of the Shrike. A pen drawing portrait of this very nasty alien creature. I would like to say a big thank you to David Denton for this collaboration and introducing me to the book Hyperion, which I enjoyed reading very much. Thank you so much, David. And I would also like to thank everybody out there who has watched this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you've ticked the like button, thank you very much. And if you've subscribed, thank you so much for doing that also. So there we go. Farewell for now, and take care. And I'll see you next time.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, wow. I have two big questions for Davy.
Yes.
I hope I don't remember. I hope I don't forget the one while I'm asking the other. So
Right.
I found it fascinating. I do want to talk about the video that we just saw, but before that, I find it intriguing and that I heard you say you don't think of yourself as an artist. Can you explain that?
Well, I don't really delve on the title artist, to be honest with you. I think of it more as a hobby. Yeah, that I have. Yeah, I know a lot of people would probably say, yeah, if you draw or paint, you're an artist, which is fair enough. Yeah, I agree with that. But I always describe it as a hobby.
So why do you describe it as a hobby?
Well, I think it's probably because you know I come from a time like in the 1970s when hobbies were very big. Yeah, lots of people had hobbies, and I had a lot of hobbies. Yeah, different ones, different hobbies. So art followed on the heels of all of those hobbies. So I just naturally included it. And to this day, if anybody, happens to mention it, I'll always call it a hobby. And it's just through habit, to be honest with you.
Oh, so suppose you retired from the job that you have right now, your full-time job, you retired, that's your 9 to 5, that you have a 9 to 5 full-time job. Then you suppose you retire from that, and then you had all this time in the world to be doing your art full-time. Do you think you would call yourself an artist then?
No, I would still call it a hobby, but you're absolutely right by calling it art. And I would have to say, yeah, I would technically, yes, I'm an artist because I create art continuously. So yeah, you're absolutely right. It's just that I always call it a hobby. I never refer to myself as an artist, just through habit of creating hobbies. So I always label it a hobby. Yeah. And a hobbyist, I would call myself, rather than an artist. But yes, you're absolutely right. I am technically an artist.
What is your definition of an artist?
Somebody who creates art, who creates. Okay, if you're a creator, you're an artist of some kind. Yeah. Whatever
aren't
you create.
Creating? You're creating?
I am, yes. I am, yes. So I would acknowledge that. Yes, I am an artist. But just through habit, I call myself a hobbyist because I really do treat it as a hobby, even though I create a lot of art. Yes. So yeah, technically you're absolutely right. I should call myself an artist.
Unless you're also dealing with some kind of high expectations in your head that you feel like you haven't lived up to, that you look at your heart artist heroes and then you look at them and you're like, oh no, I'm not an artist compared to them. Is it something like that too?
Well, I definitely criticize every single thing I do. And I think that's a very healthy thing to do. Be a critic of your own work. Yeah. And get criticism from other artists as well. How can I improve this? What could I be doing here to improve this painting or drawing? Yeah, so I'm highly critical of every single thing I do.
I think that's the sign of an artist, because I think somebody who is a hobbyist I think they might
Yeah.
not be so critical of their work.
Yes,
And
you're
then
right.
and trying to grow and improve and grow and improve, and whereas I think a hobbyist, they don't, I think they would not critique their work so much, and they're not so set on growing and improving.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Mm.
You're right in what you say there, yeah. But like I said, I'm just, I've had a lot of hobbies and I've loved every single hobby. But this is just attached. I tend to have attached this into the hobby box. Yeah.
I see.
But really, you're absolutely right. I should refer to myself as an artist instead of a hobbyist and call it a hobby. Yeah.
Wait, say that again. You should refer.
I should refer to myself as an artist, like you
Right.
say, but it's a bit of a habit with me because I always refer to this as a hobby. If someone asked us what I'd done in my spare time, I would say, well, I've got a hobby. Yeah. I've got hobbies.
Yes. Okay.
But
Yeah.
that's just through habit. That's just me through habit. But you're absolutely right, Diana.
Oh, thank you for explaining that. My next big question is, so, okay, this art is very creepy. So, do you like, and well, I think it's kind of evil. I don't mean evil in a bad way. It just means like evil and creepy. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Oh, so you love create. Oh, I guess it just ties in with your science fiction. Your science fiction, but it's horror. There's an element of horror too, right?
Yes, I have done horror drawings and paintings over the years. I've done a bunch of horrors. I could have shown you some actually. I've got them stashed away in a large file. Some horror paintings.
I consider, you don't consider these like science fiction horror? Some of the things you do.
Yeah. Yes, it all comes under the banner of fantasy, horror, science fiction. It all comes under fantasy. It's all fantasy. But the creepy thing, the horror side of it. I mean, if you're going to draw or create, if anybody creates anything that is monstrous, if you're going to create a monster of some kind or a zombie, a lot of people love zombies, so that's creepy in horror.
Right.
One of my favorite artists. Now, I think a lot of people in the chat may know this artist, but if they don't know this artist, they will definitely know the movie monster that this artist created. Now, the artist that I absolutely love, and I've got a couple of books on him, is called Hans Rudy Giger. Okay, H.R. Giger, as he's most commonly known. Now, his work is creepy and is very horrific to many people who view it. And he's the guy who created the alien in the movie Alien by Ridley Scott. So that's Hans Rudy Giger. So he's on the extreme side of creepiness and horror. Okay.
Yes. So do you want the viewer to feel scared, like in looking at your art, feeling what do you want the viewer to feel when they look at your art?
Well, the intention with the Shrike one that you just the video you played of the Shrike, you saw the digital creation there, which is an original design. It's a character from a book, called Hyperion by Dan Simmons. Now, it's a fantastic book, but it's got a very horrific character in it called the Shrike. It's pretty nasty, and it's a very mysterious character. So yes, with that character, I would like, hopefully people would look at it and say, wow, this is a bit horrific. This is a nasty looking thing. So that was my intention with the digital design of the Shrike. But not everything, not in every drawing I create.
Oh, okay. So let's take some questions and comments from the chat. One person asked, what are your favorite pens to use?
My favorite pens are these two here. Now,
what's the brand? Oh yeah.
I'm going to show you here. Now, this is a pen, right? Now, I don't know if anybody's familiar with a store called Sainsbury's. Now, I buy packs of these pens from the local store, Sainsbury's. Okay, you get about 4 a pack, and they're very inexpensive. They're about £3 for a pack of 5, so they're quite cheap. So these are one of my favorite pens. They're just a ballpoint pen, but they create very fine and light lines. Okay, so fantastic for light shading. And this other one is an absolutely fantastic pen. If you're into ink drawing or pen drawing, I would highly recommend this pen. It's a big round stick. Okay, and this is a beautiful pen to use for heavier shading. Yeah, a little bit heavier shading. So these are the two main pens that I use: the big round stick and the Sainsbury's make of ballpoint pen. And that's it. And it doesn't cost a lot to buy these pens. $6, $7, or £5 or £6, and you've got 2 packs of pens, and that'll last you a long time.
So Travel Dreamer says you're definitely an artist.
Yes, I would agree. I would have to agree with that. Yeah.
Conscious Business Opportunity says incredible.
Thank you so much.
Well, while I'm trying to go through the comments, is there a drawing that you wanted to start?
Yeah, I could start a drawing if you want us to give a demonstration.
Yeah, why don't you start a drawing? Start drawing.
Yeah, let's get some visual stuff going. Yeah. What will I draw?
Hello, Lori. Hello, Shiba B. That's Lori. Welcome in, Lori.
Hello, Lori.
And Travel Dreamer also says, "Wow, amazing."
Would anybody like us to draw anything in particular?
Oh, I'm not taking requests. I have to just doodle, because that way I can talk and draw at the same time. I cannot draw a picture of something while I'm talking in a live stream. I can't, unless the only way I realize I could do it is if I'm explaining what I'm doing. Like, here I'm drawing a mountain, and here's how you do the shading, and then I can talk and paint at the same time. But if I'm doing one kind of imagery and I'm talking about something else, I can't focus on my art that good.
It's difficult to do that, yeah.
You're trying to concentrate. There's a scientific fact for it. There's a scientific fact for it that art that uses two different sides of the brain for the talking and thinking and talking and creative painting or drawing. It uses, it's a scientific fact. It uses two sides of the brain.
So that explains why when I draw, I pause when someone comes in the room and I chat to them. Yeah. If my nephew comes into the room or my wife, I'll pause. I stop drawing. So that's fascinating.
Oh, we do have a request from Elf Lord Journey. Oh, and
Elf.
I said, hi, Elf Lord Journey.
Hello, Elf. Nice to see you here.
And he wants you to draw a dragon.
A dragon. Right, I'm going to do a dragon. A dragon portrait. Elf, it's nice to see you here. Can I just say, Diana, Elf?
Do you know him?
Yes, he's a fantastic artist. He's a great guy.
Yes.
And
I know him too.
He posts a lot of fantastic holiday videos. He's been around a lot, Elf. He's traveled.
Yes, he travels a lot.
Travels a lot. And there's a lot of spectacular scenery in his videos. Yeah, these coastlines, absolutely amazing. So let's do a dragon portrait, yeah? See what I can do.
we have a question from Conscious Business Services. She wants to know, what's your favorite thing to draw and why is it your favorite?
Well, I like dragons. Dragons are fantastic. I think a lot of people like dragons. And I love dragons. I certainly love dragon movies. I can tell you that. There's been a few great dragons in movies and TV series. So that's one of my favourite ones. Dinosaurs, I absolutely love dinosaurs. And I've done a lot of dinosaur drawings and paintings. So dinosaurs and dragons. And they're both quite similar as well because they're very reptilious. Yeah. So let's start with an yeah.
Okay. So I have some more. I'm going to check my list of questions. And did you answer why? Oh, why? Because you just like reptilian creatures?
It's well, I like dragons and dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. I've loved dinosaurs since I was a young lad, many years ago, and I still love them. I watch a lot of stuff on dinosaurs. So dragons are quite similar to dinosaurs, and of course they have a reptilian side. Dinosaurs, yeah, they're giant, scaly creatures.
So I'm assuming, well, but I may be wrong. You are self-taught artist, or did you have formal education?
I'm a self-taught artist, as in drawing. Yeah, I've been doing this for like 35, 40 years. I did go to college for a few years, but that was studying graphic design, which I absolutely hated.
Well, that's commercial art. That's
which
art
I
too.
absolutely hated, by the way. I really did not like that course. It's what you call I studied for a BTEC National Diploma, and that was many years ago in the late 80s, 1980s.
Same here. Around that time, I worked 3 years in commercial art.
Wow. That is good. What did you do, Diana?
Oh, nothing. It was not okay. It was for 2 weeks. Okay, for 6 months. Okay, that was a decent one. For 6 months, I was a advertising designer in a small company that did a space that created a best asbestos abatement equipment, and I was their advertising designer to like design ads for their kind of magazines, whatever that kind of magazines are called, for their magazines. And just some
that's amazing
ads, designing ads and
stuff like that.
Yeah, brochures.
So
brochures, ads, and we did that for 6 months until the company unfortunately went bankrupt. So then from there, I did work at I had a series of 2 and 3 week jobs. Like one of them was at this woman's it was just her running her own graphic design firm or company, and she took me on, and then she had to let me know after about a week or so. She goes, "This isn't going to work." And I'm like, oh, like I had no idea why, but I'm like, okay. And then down the street, they were hiring somebody for their company to do graphic design. And then he let me go after about a week or so, saying, "Oh, we thought you were going to just take the ball and run." And I'm like, okay. So then I left that one.
Right.
And then I had this job doing sign painting, but everybody in like this old barn, the woman run her business out of an old barn where you make those wooden gift signs,
difficult.
like the wooden gift signs that like say that have our lighthouse and say welcome, or like all these kind of wooden gift signs of two cute kitties on wood. And we had to stencil them, like do stenciling of them. And it was like a production line stenciling, and everybody smoked like chains. They were chain smokers inside. Yes, inside. So in my job, I have to deal with people smoking in my face.
Oh, no.
So I put up with that for a few months, and then I had to leave that too. So then a family friend of ours said, "Diana, you might want to reconsider teaching again. It's a good bread and butter job." And I'm like, yeah. And guess what? I stuck with that, and I was able to stay with that career for 25 years.
That's awesome. Well, you've done a lot more than me, I'll tell you that, in the field of art. But that's great. So yeah, I'm self-taught, to be honest with you.
Yes, I know a lot of self-taught artists, but it doesn't make any difference about a formal education. You always have to be learning. You don't just learn what you did in school. Like I can't even remember what I learned. Like I have 3 college degrees in art, a bachelor's degree and 2 master's degrees. And my master's in fine arts, it's like I don't remember what I have to keep learning. Like whatever I learned there, it maybe helped me out for a few years, but I can barely remember what I learned there. And you have to always keep growing and learning. And that in effect teaching yourself. So
you're right.
Yep. So let's see if we have any more questions or questions or comments from the audience, and I'll check my list again. Do you use any other mediums?
Yes, I do. Well, my main medium and my favorite is pens, ink.
Right.
But I also paint once in a while. I use a little bit of pencil. I'm doing a pencil drawing now. I'm creating a portrait of someone's dog. Someone asked us to do a portrait of their dog, so I'm doing that at the moment.
Ah.
But that's rare. It's very rare that I use pencil. I used to do a lot of pencil work. So paint, acrylic.
Right. I was just. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
And that's just about it. Acrylic paint, pencil, now and again, but mainly it's pen. Yeah. Funny enough, I've never really tried oil paints. I wonder how many people use oil paints in the chat.
I have experience using oil paints, and it's really good for if you're painting faces and you want all that kind of soft blending. If you really want smooth blended transitions, I did this huge, bigger than life face one time, and I look back on it and I said I did pretty good on that, and I had used oil paints for that. So if I ever want some really smooth blending, but I have not used oil paint. And then when I use encaustic paint, I like to use oil with encaustic, but I have not. And just recently, I bought water mixable oils, which I've been meaning to try. Where then it requires no solvents.
Water mixable oils.
Water mixable oils. It reacts just like oils. Takes the same drying time and all that. It dries in the same amount of time, but it's water. It's soap and water cleanup. No solvents needed. So
that sounds good.
I have bought a little set and I have not used it yet. I've been meaning to use it, and just because of the drying time, I kind of don't.
Yes.
I don't like it. And I've been painting a lot of faces, and I just kind of I just do it with acrylics, because the one thing I like to do is a lot of layers. And if layers, I don't understand, like with oil, I don't know how I can make layers without waiting like days and weeks or something, days and weeks in between layers to dry. It's like I don't want to do that. And so I need to have the layer dry before I can go on to my next layer. And so yeah,
that's probably why I haven't taken to oils. The drying time is I think it put me off, to be honest with you.
Right.
I wonder if anybody else in the chat.
I actually think I started with oils back in college. I think I did start. I think I started with oils. I don't know that I started with acrylics. I can't quite remember, but I seem to think that we started in oils. My first painting classes were in oils, I think.
Yeah, same here, Diana. It was way back at school for me, and my art teacher, I remember, She was called Joy Dees, and she was a head of art at my school, and she introduced us to oils. But I couldn't get the grips with them, to be honest with you. But once I found out about acrylics, these magic paints, acrylics, and the fast drying times, I was absolutely amazed. Acrylic paint, wow. It was fantastic.
And you sometimes use watercolor?
Yes, I use water. I've used a lot of watercolor.
Oh, I'm sorry. You watered down your acrylics isn't it?
Yes,
You
I do.
using
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, the watercolor that I've used was Cotman watercolors. I used those for years, but I discovered that if you water down acrylic paint, you could do basically the same job, yeah, as a watercolor paint. Yeah, you could use acrylics as well as, or as good as watercolor
Only if
paints.
you do it on paper, because it wrecks
Yes.
if you added too much water to acrylic and try to paint on canvas, that breaks up the binders. It totally
That's right.
disintegrates the binders, so it would not be archival. So if you are going to water down acrylics, like really like watery to the point, I mean really watery. Well, now I just thought of something. But you should do it on paper. But then I just thought of this glazing. I just started doing this technique of glazing where you do water down the paint quite a lot so you can create transparent, translucent glazes. So
yes, you're absolutely right there. You've got to be careful with acrylic because the binding agent is a polymer emulsion. Okay, it's man-made, and if you dilute that too much, I think it's about a 40% dilution. If you dilute it, just like what you've said, it can break up the binding. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to research that now.
Polymer
because
emulsion.
I started using glazing in my acrylic paintings, and now I got to research that about if that is not archival.
In time, it could be a problem if you're using it on a smooth surface. Of course, I dilute it quite a bit, but it's on watercolor paper. Okay, so I'm using it just as you would use a watercolor paint.
Oh, Elf Lord's Journey says Davy is the demon master.
Whoa! Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Elf. That's the best comment I've had from an elf ever.
Well, I'm caught up with the questions and comments from the chat so far.
Hey, you know what? I've just thought. I've got a question for everybody in chat. I've got a question for everybody in this chat.
Okay.
What is your favorite snack? Everybody's favorite snack. Type in the chat.
Type it in the chat, everybody. Type it in the chat. Like? What's your favorite snack? We already, if you missed the beginning, that was one of my pressing questions for Davy. I said, okay, I got to know this. I got to know this. Tell us what your favorite snack is.
I wonder if anybody else likes cheese scones.
So
I wonder.
And I told them, I said, well, one of my favorite snacks, but actually it's one of the snacks that I've been eating more regularly is potato chips, but I get veggie chips.
Potato chips.
They taste pretty close to the potato chips.
Are those? I think we call them crisps.
Yes, I guess. I'm not sure, but that could be true.
Potato chips, I think it's crisps. We call them crisps. My wife loves crisps. She's a crispaholic.
Well, along those lines, what's your favorite food?
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, or the chat.
No, for you, because it'll get
For me.
confusing in the chat because we just asked
Well,
them the snack question.
One of my all-time favorite foods is beans. I love beans.
Wow.
Heinz beans. Yeah.
Heinz beans?
Heinz.
H-E-I-N-Z?
Yes, that's it. H-A-I-N-Z.
H-E-I-N-Z? H-E-I-N-Z?
Heinz beans. I think that's a German name, Heinz.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I love beans. I've never gotten sick of beans. Beans on toast.
Mm.
But I think I probably have an all-time favorite food. And I think it could be cheese. I love cheese. So in Britain, in the UK, would have something like cheese and pickle sandwiches. Cheese and pickle. I wonder if anybody in the chat likes cheese and pickle.
Okay, let me read what the chat said about their favorite snacks.
Let's hear what fave snacks we
Oh,
like.
come on, you guys. Come on, you guys. Come on, tell us in the chat. Type it in the chat. What's your favorite snack?
They're all thinking.
Nobody typed anything.
They're all thinking about what they're eating, what they've had today for dinner. What I'm doing is a quick sketch of a dragon, okay?
Okay.
A sketch of a dragon. As requested by Elf.
Yes. Oh, but you said currently on your own time you are working on a dog portrait?
Yeah, in pencil. Somebody has asked me to do a portrait of the dog. So I'm working on that at the moment.
And then I recall about a couple months ago, you said you're working on a baby portrait.
Yes.
Oh.
I think I was doing a baby portrait. Was that me? Did you ask me that one?
I just feel like the baby portrait's the exact opposite of scary creatures and beasts.
I've done a few baby portraits. I've done a school teacher portrait. A school teacher, one of my niece's school teachers, and it was given to her as a present. That was a few years ago.
Come on, type it in the chat, everybody. I don't know what happened.
Favorite snack. What's your favorite snack?
Favorite snack. What's your favorite snack, everybody? Oh, maybe I'm not. Let me get on live chat instead of top chat. Hold on. Okay, maybe now we'll see something.
Just putting some heavy shading in this mouth here.
That's what it was. I was on live. I was on top chat instead of live chat. Okay, hold on. Now we got a whole bunch of answers. Okay. Oh. Lisa says popcorn.
Popcorn.
Travel Dreamer says corn tortilla chips.
Whoa, very nice.
Oh, Pittsburgh Artist Studio says popcorn and potato chips.
Whoa, a lot of popcorn here.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Popcorn's in the lead.
Lisa says she has never heard of anyone eating beans on toast. Maybe that's a UK thing. Oh, that must be a UK thing, isn't it?
Beans on toast? You've never heard of beans on toast?
No, we don't eat beans on toast here. No.
Yeah, I mean, you should try it. Cook some toast, buttered, put some butter on the toast, then cook some beans and put the beans on the toast. Beans on toast.
Somebody else says fresh corn tortilla chips and salsa.
Whoa. It's a bit spicy there. The salsa, spicy.
Well, I have to say my all-time favorite snack, and I cannot eat it. I can only eat it at parties. I cannot eat it on a regular basis, is potato chips with sour cream onion
Whoa.
dip.
Whoa.
Sour cream onion dip with potato chips is so rich and fattening.
I've never tried sour cream.
Oh. So do you have Mexican restaurants in UK?
Yes, we have salsa and all of that. We have Chinese restaurants. We have Indian restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of different kinds of restaurants.
Oh, okay. Because I would have thought that's where you might have had some sour cream.
You can buy tubs of sour cream in our stores.
Oh, back to the art subject. So, say, what percentage of your drawings would you say are the ones that you created from your imagination, and what percentage are the ones that are mythological beasts or creatures that already exist?
I would say about 10 to 20% are original, and I would say 80% are fan art. So, and a lot of people have requested me to draw their favorite either gaming art piece or a movie
Right.
creature or whatever. So I do a lot of fan art. I do love drawing things that I watch, like from movies. So if I watch a movie that I love, I'll have a go at drawing whatever's in that movie. Yeah, I get a lot of pleasure out of doing that, as do a lot of other fan artists. There's a lot of fan art on YouTube. So, I mean, if you go into this fan art, if you go into the fan art of things, the side, there's a lot of competition there. There's a lot of videos, out there.
Yeah.
So if you draw Batman, there's 1,000 other videos of Batman. Yeah.
I was requested to do fan art once, maybe more than once, and I can remember one that sticks out in my head, which was Mars, that Mars girl character, Mars something.
Mars.
Is a girl character Mars something.
I don't know. Is this a comic book character maybe, or was it a movie character?
Anime? I don't know if it's anime or
an anime character.
Well, I'm not sure if it was anime because I'm not real certain. I'm not real certain on the definition of anime.
Anime is Japanese animation.
Okay, well.
So anything that's Japanese and is animated.
I don't know. This might have come from. It came from a whole series, and I don't know if the show originated in Japan or not.
Ah, right. So an animated series. I have done one anime character, and that is Akira. I think the video is on my channel somewhere. Akira, which is one of the, if not the most famous anime movies. Akira. That's a fine movie.
So, and we're taking more questions and comments from the chat, and in the meantime, also, I was thinking maybe queue up another one of your 5 to 7 minute videos. Before you had mentioned the shrike, and I did that, and then there was another one you mentioned. What was that one?
I cannot remember.
Oh, I can look at it back in our instant messenger comments.
I've got YouTube on here. Like a few minutes video.
Oh, hold on. Maybe I have it here.
What about Billy Bones from Treasure Island?
Oh, the other one was the Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh yes, Godzilla.
That's the one you told me about. Godzilla versus
Godzilla
Kong.
one.
Oh, and if Grayscale Painting is still in here, he's a huge fan of Godzilla and Kong. He's done his own paintings of Godzilla and Kong. Yeah.
Hello, Grayscale. Godzilla fan.
All right, so
Godzilla's.
let me cue this one up.
I love Godzilla, I must say.
So you love Godzilla better than Kong?
I don't know. Well, the first King Kong movie I saw was the 1933 one, and I was very young, and it was in the 1970s. It was on TV, and it made us cry when King Kong was shot off the top of the Empire State Building. So that was a very moving scene, King Kong.
So that's a 1930s movie, you said?
That was the 1933 version.
Uh-huh.
And I think the guy who done the special effects was Willis O'Brien, as far as I can remember. Willis O'Brien.
Well,
So
Grayscale's still in the chat. He's an expert, I think.
Is that right, Grayscale? Willis O'Brien?
If he's still here.
King Kong, the special effects. Has anybody seen the movie? Has anybody seen the movie Mighty Joe Young?
No, not
Joe
Young. I hardly ever watch movies anymore. Okay.
Let's get some dark shading done in this jaw of the dragon. Just so it stands out. So these teeth stand out a bit better. Very quickly shade this in.
Building your business online?
Well, we have to get through this ad. Hold on.
And get your site up and running.
Sorry about that. Sorry. I shared it. Where is it?
This is what I would call a detailed sketch. So this is what I normally do before I actually create a finished drawing or even a painting. So I would take this sketch, I would trace it onto a piece of canvas or watercolor paper, and I would create a painting, which I think I'll actually do with this sketch.
Yes, it's amazing what you did, and what that was about 10 minutes. 10 minutes of drawing right there.
Thank you, Diana.
Here on the live stream, that you did that in around 10 minutes.
It's a quick, I would say, a detailed sketch.
Very quick, yes, and so so detailed, even though it's quick, so detailed. So, oh, and you said you did have to leave at 3:30, and we're just coming up. I can't believe how time flew, and
it has flown over. The time has flown.
Yes. So, oh, I hope you will join us again and visit us again.
Yes, sure. I will join another time, sometime. Thank you very much for inviting me onto this live stream. It's been an absolute pleasure. And thank you, everybody in the chat, for joining in. And thank you, Elf, for asking to draw a dragon, one of my favorite mythical creatures. Thank you, Diana.
Well, thank you, Davy. Thank you so much. And we hope, and definitely we hope to have you back again.
Sure, I would love to. Yeah. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Because I have more questions, and now we ran out of time, so I do have more questions.
Right. So part two for more questions. And I think one of those questions is going to be, what is my favorite dinner? Maybe.
Well, I thought that went along with favorite food. I thought, no, when I asked favorite food, I thought maybe that would include that.
Yes, that is beans on toast. I still haven't ate my favorite snack, so I'm going to eat this very soon. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is my cheese scone. So thank you so much, Diana.
Yeah, thank you, Davy. And yeah, so we're gonna end right here.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's been great fun.
Thank you, everybody.
This has been my first live stream, by the way. This is my first live stream.
Oh, it's Davy's first live stream.
Yeah, I've never done a live stream before.
Ever appearing on a live stream. He's never done his own live streams on his channel, but this is first time he's ever appearing on a live stream. So awesome. Yep.
So there we go.
Okay.
Right, I'll see you later.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And Davy's Davy's YouTube channel is linked right at the top of the description box below. It's Davy J.Y Art with a pen. That's the name of his YouTube channel. It's linked down below in the description box.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Davy.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm going to take it out with my outro.
Heading to Vegas in my blue striped car. She's riding shotgun and she looks like a star. Yeah, she's got the style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She says she likes it better when we go off-road. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. Gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows rolled down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart. Your sky is blue, I got the sun in my eyes. It can't get better than when she makes that smile. Yeah, she's got that style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She's turning up the volume on the radio. Yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. I'm gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart. Ticket to my heart. 1, 2, 3, 4